Well, shifting our focus to West Asia now, 2 buses carrying Palestinian prisoners released by Israel reached West Bank. Israel's prison service confirmed it released 110 prisoners as a part of the agreement with Hamas for a truce in Gaza, which came into effect on January 19th. Thousands cheered, waved flags and fired celebratory gunfire to welcome home Palestinian prisoners. Several in the crowd chanted pro-Hamas slogans, some waving the Islamist Palestinian movement's green flag. The first to disembark from the bus at West Bank was former top militant leader Zakaria Zubeidi, who stepped out flashing a victory sign. He was seen in a grey prison outfit and was immediately lifted up by the cheering crowd. According to Palestinian Prisoners Affairs Committee, among the 110 Palestinian prisoners released, 66 were freed in the occupied West Bank, 9 were released in the Gaza Strip and 14 went to their homes in East Jerusalem. Remaining 21 prisoners were to be exiled out of Israel and the Palestinian territories. Palestinian prisoners were released in exchange for three Israeli hostages held by Hamas. The release had been delayed by several hours after Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu denounced as shocking television images showing gunmen struggling to control hundreds of Gazans seeking to witness the handover in Khan Yunis. The Red Cross called for improvements in the security of the handovers to Israel of the hostages after chaotic scenes earlier in the day. As with the previous hostage exchanges, the international community of the Red Cross helped in Thursday's transfers. Meanwhile, government hostage coordinator Gal Harish said that Israel is preparing for talks on the second stage of the ceasefire, stating that its mission is to bring everyone home.
We are in the midst of preparations for the continuation of negotiations and for the second phase. The Prime Minister's visit to President Trump and his meetings with the US administration will take place in parallel with the start of negotiations for the second phase of the deal. This is of great significance.
In other news, Hamas has confirmed the death of its military chief, Mohammed Deif, accused by Israel of being one of the masterminds behind the October 7th attack on Israel and whose killing it announced last year. Hamas armed wing made the announcement in a video statement confirming the death of Commander Mohammed Deif and his deputy Marwan Issa on August 1st last year. The Israeli military announced it had killed Deif in an airstrike in Gaza the month before. Meanwhile, the Palestinian Health Ministry said that Israeli forces killed 2 Palestinians in Jenin in the occupied West Bank on Thursday after the military announced a soldier had also been killed in the territory. Their identities are not yet known. However, they were killed by the Israeli forces in Jenin camp. Furthermore, US President Donald Trump insisted that Egypt and Jordan would take in displaced Gazans, despite the 2 Arab nations dismissing his plan to move Palestinians from the Gaza Strip. Trump's comments came a day after Egyptian President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi and Jordan's King Abdullah rejected any forced displacement of Gazans following the war between Hamas and Israel. On the other hand, the United Nations said its humanitarian relief agency, UNRWA, would continue working in all Palestinian territories, including East Jerusalem as well. And this despite Israeli legislation coming into force that cuts ties with the organization. Israel decided to ban the UN agency for Palestinian refugees following accusations that some of its staff belong to Hamas. On Thursday, Iran's Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi met Hamas leaders and discussed the reconstruction of Gaza during a visit to Qatar. According to the Palestinian militant group, whose political offices is in Doha, senior Hamas leaders attended the talks, including the Advisory Council leader and chief negotiator.